guys, it's Roxie with Roxie's Broadway Breakdown. Welcome back to my channel. All right, so huge drama again from Funny Girl. This show is turning out to be not so funny. The first video I did on this was before the show even opened. I was really just wishing Beanie Feldstein all the luck in the world. The kid needed it. You know, I just was hoping that the torch could pass on and, you know, she could maybe get out from the shadow of Barbra Streisand. They were such big shoes to fill, but she couldn't. You know, she just didn't have the voice for it, and the reviews were really bad. Her understudy, Julie Benko, was better, and things started to go downhill pretty quickly for her. And now the stories are coming out. The producers and people behind the stage I'm not talking about the cast. I'm talking about, you know, the machinations behind the scenes were really not in her favor. There were sort of two camps behind things. Some people wanted to ditch her right away because the reviews were not kind and they could see the show going downhill very quickly. Some people were like, no, you know, let's just forge ahead. We can make this work. We'll stick with her. You know, she's new to Broadway. She's just a kid. We'll give her a chance. But the show kept trudging on and not going well. And then she had, you know, COVID, and she had, you know, some absences due to some other things, and whatever. It just didn't work, you know. Things just kept getting worse, and you know, she just wasn't right for the role. Her voice wasn't right for the role, and so she's out. You know, she was very unhappy, and people weren't really supporting her, and you know, it's like a square peg in a round hole. It just wasn't working. And so she announced that she was going to end her contract earlier than expected in September. But then she got wind that they were talking to Lea Michele. Here's where it gets good. So she gets wind of some things going on and some talks with Lea Michele coming in to maybe do like a trial period of the show. And she's like, I'm out. I am out in July. I'm done. And kind of takes everybody by surprise. I don't know if it's a matter of she's like totally out and takes everybody by surprise, or she was sort of getting nudged in that direction anyway. But whatever the case is, she's out by the end of July, and it's done. Now, as far as Lea Michele taking over, Lea Michele has been gunning for this role since her days in Glee. I mean, she has basically been publicly auditioning for this role for over a decade. She's been singing these songs. She sang Don't Rain on My Parade at the Tonys several years back. And even in Glee, if you ever watched Glee or you were a Glee fan, they wrote for her character, Rachel Berry, that she moves to New York and she lands the role of Fanny Brice in a revival of Funny Girl, you know. So, and even Jane Lynch's character in Glee goes to see it and is like, I can't do it. I can't watch this. I'm out, and leaves the theater. Now, funny that Jane Lynch, who is currently on Broadway in Funny Girl, is also leaving earlier than expected. She will not be sharing the stage with Lea Michele. Life imitating art? I don't know. I don't know the reasons for that. But here's the thing. Lea Michele does bring a lot of baggage with her. There were always reports and gossip and rumors that she was not a great person to work with. Her co-stars complained of her being racist and like transphobic and a diva and a bully. So, you know, I mean, I can't vouch for that. I don't know the girl personally. You know, I can't speak to that. But What I can speak to is, you know, what I think of her doing the role and her talent. Now, albeit she does have a better voice than Beanie Feldstein. But, I mean, the excerpts that they kind of showed in Glee, which was many years ago, and she, I don't think, really was in, you know, rehearsals and in character for Fanny Brice like she will do now for the role and prep for the role. Fanny Brice, I mean, let's just say this. She is no Barbra vocally. Okay, no one is Barbra but Barbra. As much as Lea Michele thinks she is the next Barbra and this role is rightfully hers and has always rightfully been hers, and she's like the next, you know, Fanny Brice, and she should have always been Fanny Brice. She is no Barbra. Honestly, I think this has been an experiment, and what's come out of it is that maybe this role just will always belong to Barbra and Barbra alone. That being said, a big part of this role is also the comedy. I mean, Fanny Brice was a comedian, and Fanny Brice was the type of comedian that was very self-deprecating. It was, you know, I'm going to make fun of myself, and, you know, it's okay if you're laughing at me, but with me. I know the joke is, you know, kind of on me and about me, but it's okay because I'm in on the joke. And somebody who can make fun of themselves doesn't take themselves too seriously, and that's what's part of the fun, and that's what makes them funny. But somebody like that has no ego. And I don't know that Lea Michele is that kind of person, or she has that kind of comedic ability. Something tells me there is a bit of truth to that she has a bit of an ego and a little bit of a diva. And I don't know that she'll be able to sort of make that comedic timing kind of work for her. But it remains to be seen. You know, the reviews are yet to come out again on this. So, but I always say be careful what you wish for. I mean, she's been wishing for this show and wishing for this role for so long. And, you know, sometimes be careful what you wish for, because you just might get it. And if this is true, and this is sort of the pinnacle of her career, and this is supposed to be what makes her, it just might break her. It remains to be seen. So it'll be interesting to see where this goes. I think if it doesn't go well, I think we should just put this show in the vault now and just be happy that we will always have Barbra and the movie to look at if ever we should need our funny girl moment and you know, our funny girl fix kind of a thing. I know that's what I'm gonna do anytime I want to see funny girl. I got the movie, I got Barbra, and really, isn't that all just what we need with this? Anyway, subscribe to my channel, check out all my videos, and I'll see you in the next. I'll see you in the next video if any more drama should come out about this. All right.